Hello, welcome to But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio, a Top Chef pairing. This is a mini episode where we get to have a little fun away from the big show and all that. We have
Mm-hmm.
some fun stuff coming up with the show. Remember, this is the last week without LCK, so you're getting introduced to that. Um, I am Jeff, the resident culinary and hospitality industry expert here. And joining me is my friend and an expert in her own right. Sunday, tell everybody what you're doing here, what kind of business we have going on.
Well, I'm the pop culture professor,
Mm-hmm.
self-proclaimed expert on all things, but really heavy on the self-proclaimed. But I'm less expertise in this Top Chef business. So I'm really learning new things and kind of like finding my legs in the way along the way. I know you love it when we talk business on the air, but we're
Oh,
covering Last Chance
the people
Kitchen,
want to
right?
know. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, when
I
we
figured,
like
but
blackboard it in front of everybody. Yeah, I like it.
yeah, exactly. I know you love it when we talk programming notes. So you heard it here first, breaking news. But I do
You'll
have a
you'll
little bit of
see
business.
it's seamless. We'll go
Yeah.
into it. We'll cover it just as easily as the show. Yeah.
So this is our mini episode where we do our recommendations and we're gonna do our food challengey stuff right here. But before we get into it, I do have a little bit of business. You gotta eat your veggies first. I want to remind folks that our Top Chef coverage drops Monday nights at whatever time Eastern that it goes off, and then the Last Chance Kitchen will come around and around that. So we've seen 3 episodes so far. So those are all out there. We also have interviews with Jennifer Jackson, also known as Action Jackson, by
Mm-hmm.
her husband slash
I
partner.
would have gone luscious, by the way. If I'm the partner there, I'm going
Yeah,
luscious Jackson. We'll see. But the
that feels right
Detroit
for you,
connection,
but
that's hard to beat. That's
yeah,
hard to beat.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that feels right for you, but we don't know their life. And
We
then we also
don't.
have an interview with Chef Day, who is but a mere distant memory now. And of course, where it all started, the vintage Vanderpump Rules. We have just finished season 3 and we were in season 4. And for all of the uninitiated, this is where we meet Brittany and Lala.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a spoiler because it's just on the season trailer. So it is. I am so freaking hyped. Like this is where Vanderpump Rules is like starts to become. It's the icon that is. And then we cover Ladies of London. We don't. Jeff is sitting the first few out for a while until I can drag him back into it. But
It'll happen.
those drop on Thursdays. Yeah, so go and listen to that tomorrow. There's already 3 episodes of that out as well. So go and listen and find us on social media. That is where you can see our first food challenge that we did, which Jeff made pork flavored ice cream with barbecue caramel sauce and pork rind crumbles, and that shit was good.
The
But
shit
you
was
can see
good.
all of that on YouTube, the entire thing. And then also there's some like behind the scenes stuff too that's happening across some of the socials. So find us there at Take a Pinot Pod, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Okay, business
That's
done.
it, everybody. That's all we had time for. And um, speaking
There's
of
a lot going on.
icons, you were. This is a
Okay.
big one today. A big one for me
Okay.
personally. It's my book. Just kidding. Right here. We'll have a good shot of it, probably right there.
Uh-huh.
This
Well, I
is
usually find the good picture.
Sean Brock's Heritage is the name of it. This is him with some peas on the front. This was a 2015 James Beard award-winning book. Huge success. This was his first book. He's got one since then. He's partnered up with somebody on plenty of other stuff since then. I was a yeah, Sunday. You gotta.
Sunday has questions. Um, when you say a James Beard award winning, I didn't know James Beard gave awards to books. They have like a publishing category, like the
Yeah, they
Grammys.
have writing, a couple writing categories, and I believe they do podcasts as well now. They have
Heads up.
yeah, yeah. Dear James Beardhouse.
I mean, here we are.
But yeah, they do. Yeah, they try to cover everything, that
I don't think I
food
realized that. I
writing,
thought it
food
was just
books.
like, yeah, I just thought it was like, oh, hey, your food's good. Here's the James Beard award.
I want to hear more about what you think the James Beard Awards are like. This
I am
sounds fantastic.
learning
Where do you think they hold
always.
the James Beard Award ceremony?
Well, the James Beard House, duh.
Incorrect. The answer is Chicago,
See,
Illinois. Usually, I don't know if it changes or what, but
I
lately
mean,
it's been
but
in
it just
Chicago.
I am learning the food culture more and more every day. So
I know, and
I
it's
can
wonderful to
start to
watch.
expand my knowledge. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry, I interrupted. I hijacked Sean
Please
Brock's
do.
heritage.
Yeah, as
So
I help you out incrementally along the way, foodways. But I was a huge fan of Sean Brock. He's from Virginia, came up in Nashville, and then got over to Charleston, where a few years into him being there is when I really caught who he was. He started a restaurant, Husk, that was modern takes on, and kind of a multicultural and modern take on Southern food. He's Southern food through and through, but has interest, with culinary stuff around the world, and kind of takes his own personal journey in Southern food as a whole and a global perspective, and gives us something pretty wonderful. Huss started popping up in Nashville. There was one in Savannah, Greensboro, and they all kind of did their own little thing. Like the one in Savannah had a little more Asian influence. It was just a really cool place. A couple of them have closed up, and he's done burger places. He's got a couple Joylands. Monero was a Mexican place he had a couple of those. So he's done a lot. Really inspirational. I think he's right around my age. So like as I
so
was
young,
moving up, I was
very
watching it.
young.
Yeah, very young, 22.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I had a couple marked that I've even made in here. I think it's kind of a tie for the ones I've made most. Like there's a great Low Country Hoppin' John. It's the first recipe that's in the book. It is fantastic to make. A buttermilk pie. I made it so much I made like a chocolate version. I made different versions of it, messed with the crust, like kind of made my own stuff with it. And one I
What does
think, oh yeah.
what makes the Hoppin' John Low Country in this context? What's in this Hoppin' John?
Uh,
Because some people do different. Like there's Hoppin' John depending on some people are heavy tomatoes, some people are okra, some people are not. Some people use field peas, some people use black eyed peas. Like what?
it's the peas, I'm pretty sure, that he's referring to just be the low country stuff. Sean Brock has
Mm.
actually like taken plants that people aren't harvesting anymore, like certain breeds of corn, and found people that have preserved the seeds and gone and like gotten whole farms to raise that corn again. If you hear, you'll probably hear, especially as going into South Carolina, Jimmy Redcorn. Like, if not for him, that's a plant that doesn't even exist anymore. So he's done a lot of cool stuff like that. Um, yeah, I think it would just be the peas or the style of. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm no expert. But he's
Well,
got the it's red peas that he's using here.
yeah. Well, like everybody has Hoppin' John in a different way. Like I have a friend who is from Eufaula, and she has this dish that she calls Alabama caviar, which is sort of just like a cold version of Hoppin' John, but she puts Italian dressing in it, so to make it fancy. But
Hmm.
she doesn't call it that, right? So it's like sometimes depending on where you're at regionally, it can be one thing or the other. I don't
Yeah,
really
I've
love
heard
Hoppin' John though.
I've heard the Southern caviar thing be like black eyed pea, like cold salad. I've heard it be pimento cheese. I've heard it be so many different things. So yeah, Southern
Well,
caviar. People are being real.
Georgia caviar
Pick what you want.
is typically warm. If you have that's how I've always eaten it, and it's really heavy on the black eyed pea mush. It's almost like a black eyed pea hummus, kind of like 'cause that's how we do
That's
Georgia
Georgia
caviar.
caviar.
That's what I've had. If you've ever been, we have a restaurant here in town called Speakeasy.
Oh
They
yeah,
used to
like
have it, and yeah,
it's just like black eyed pea
and
hummus. Yeah, that's
yeah, but that's what. But like Alabama caviar is cold and has a little bit of a tang, and everything's really fresh, right? Like
or bullet
we even
peanut
use like
hummus is really
frozen
good
corn.
too.
Yeah, yeah. I love a hummus anyway, but yeah. But buttermilk pie, I
Yeah.
do enjoy
Also,
that as
there's one
well.
I
That's
think
yum.
I messed around with. I think you've asked about a crudo this year. There's like a flounder crudo because they can get crudo fresh over there with like rhubarb and radish and like a buttermilk sauce poured over it. That I straight up copied before just for people at work one day, and it was awesome. It was just a real fun book. Oh, this one's signed also. I think another shout out Farmichael's in Louisville, Kentucky for that one. Yeah, Cook with Soul from Sean Brock. I've gotten to do a couple, like, been at a couple presentations he does. He's always fascinating to listen to, and there's plenty of him out there, TV and otherwise. He did
Okay.
a show with David Chang called Mind of a Chef. There's an episode of A Chef's Table on Netflix with him in it that features him. He talks about his days as like a teenager walking into a kitchen and what it felt like the very first time. And I was like, that's exactly what happened to me here in Columbus, Georgia. So very cool, kind of like how he got his fire lit. He's also sober now. I think around maybe probably right before I was, but so it's inspirational in a couple different ways. He's big on music, like incorporates that into a lot of his stuff as well.
Seems like you guys would get along pretty good. You
Yeah,
might
hook
need
that
to
up.
take this parasocial relationship to the next level. If you're
And
listening, Mr. Brock, hit us up.
so this goes a little more like Appalachian meet Southern food in this book, and that's kind of why I thought it was a great intro because I think we are going to start going south pretty soon, which I'm excited about. But I've got a couple more North Carolina recommendations to get to, so that was kind of an in between. So I thought it was
Yeah.
perfect for us. He has a whole book on more Southern food called South, which was also James Beard nominated. Um, I'm really interested though. You got me interested. What is
So,
Sunday's recommendation this week?
in a
Because
much
you knew right away.
more unserious recommendations, I typically like my purview lies in a much more like mainstream popular culture. And when Lawrence was talking about his mother was in a Chinese female rock band,
Uh-huh.
and it immediately made me think of this show called We Are Lady Parts that is on Peacock. It is one of my very favorite shows. It is about a band made up of Muslim women, and they're young, like early
Oh
20s.
yeah.
And like the women are like varying degrees of observant. Like there's one who wears a full burqa. There's one who is just like really kind of like questioning. There's one who is just kind of like, moderately observant, and they play rock and roll. And it is really, really, really good. It's about their friendships, and they're contemplate their faith, and they're like trying to grind to like make money. And, it's like their manager wears a full on like burqa,
Yeah.
and it's just a really interesting way to look at, because we think of like Muslim women as being a particular kind of way, and it's just really interesting. And it's set in, I want to say New York City, but it might be Chicago actually. But it's really good and it's really fun, or maybe it's London because they have
Oh, well,
accents.
those are.
Yeah. Well, it had 2 seasons and I burned through them. You know how you do, you just consume something like
Yeah.
all at once. And then now that has not been announced for a third season. It's on Peacock. And so other things are starting to like go in while this like falls out. But
That's when your brain poops out
that's
something,
right.
which we discussed during the
Yeah.
Vanderpump
I'm
Rules
gonna let you have
show.
that one, sir. But it is really good and it's very wholesome, and I liked it. And Lawrence's very wholesome story about his mom
Yeah.
being, and I believe that he's first generation. I believe he said that, and so his mom with her like Chinese female community just out here like rocking out. I thought it was really fun.
That's awesome. I
So
know.
it inspired me for sure, for sure.
I wanna hear the band. We'll have to look and see if that's around.
Yeah. Well, they have a song that I think maybe even charted. It's called Bashar with the Good Beard, because apparently like beard culture in the Muslim faith is very specific, and like if a man's beard doesn't come in all the way, like it's like a scale of masculinity, and but like Bashar with the good beard is kind of like a Chad for us.
Yeah.
Or a Kyle maybe. But yeah, I really like it. And
But
you
the
can
good hair. So yeah. So
yeah.
Bashir and Becky is the same.
Yes, exactly. And like him having such a good beard is like him just kind of walking around with this real machismo, like, yeah, I'm a fuck boy. Like the good beard indicates a fuck boy status. And it's a very fun watch. And now
Now,
that I'm
did
thinking
they
about it,
use the word fuckboy, or are you putting that in there?
well, not in the song, right? But
Okay. Just
there's a dating journey that one of them goes on, and then also too there's one who's grappling with her sexuality and she wants to come out, but her mom's very conservative. It's really good. It's like a coming of age, and it's just very sweet. And I burned through them, like, and I've gone back and watched them. I really like it. It's very fun. And so shout out Lawrence, if you're listening, tell your mom to watch We Are Lady Parts. Or hell, she might be living out her Lady Parts dream. That's the name of the band. The band is named Lady Parts
Yeah.
in the show. So, but yeah, that's
Living
my
out
rec.
the lady parts dream. I love it.
That's my rec.
All right, now we have two choices. It's time for our challenge, my challenge of the week from you. We had two challenges, of course, this week. One was the liver mush with our boy Emerald, who was looking great, by the way, let me say. Also, the color challenge.
No, he wasn't.
We had the fabrics come down, and they were told to focus on color and cooking food right, and they did part of that.
They did not. Yeah, there's only 3 of them that didn't get called into the principal's office. The rest of them were like, couldn't execute it. Even when, and I said this on the show, even when Oscar literally told a story that he did this just prior and it dyed the person's mouth an entire different color.
What was the dish that did it?
I don't know if he said it. Did he? I don't
Or
remember.
maybe, what did he call the one? He had a name for the one he was making, I guess. The psychedelic ceviche.
Oh, yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
I need to put that somewhere. That needs to live on somewhere. Psychedelic ceviche.
It did. So we knew he could do it, but him and his, mid contestants did not do the thing. Like they just were really like kind of landed in the middle. So do I get to pick
between liver mush and the color challenge,
This is a hard one for me because
this is a hard one for me to give to you.
yeah, because I told you my deep soul connection to all things processed meat, right? Vienna sausages, Spam, potted meat. Like we grew up eating that. A fried bologna sandwich hates to see me coming. So I tend to lean towards a liver mush situation.
Okay.
But like, does it have to be specifically liver mush, or can I give you a little bit of leeway in the protein of it? Like, it has to be in the.
You give me the name of the challenge. It's up to me how that gets interpreted.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with liver mush.
Liver mush. All right.
I'm scared that it's gonna be real gross.
Thanks.
I mean, the
I
texture,
appreciate it.
No, the texture can be real off-putting. Look, if I liked pork ice cream, sir, I think that you've already cleared every bar. Everything else is just going to sail right under. But like for real with the texture, like don't
we got the magic bowl here. You tell me when we're stopping.
No whammies. Big money. Okay, now.
Again, these are foods popular in North and South Carolina. Brooke wrote all this down. I have no idea.
Really? You didn't
what
even
they
get to
are.
say?
I didn't know barbecue 2 ways was going to be an option when I was like, yeah, do an ice cream challenge.
Good old Brooke.
I had no idea. So with liver mush, we have
Oh my God, don't be something weird.
a dish that highlights crab, as in because of sea crab soup and crab cakes. I like this. I actually was going to talk about something shellfish related during the liver mush challenge. This is awesome. You did great.
I'm worried because lambs and clam really put me off this last episode. Remember?
Are either of these clams or liver mush?
No, but remember Justin was his dish. He wanted to do like clams and lamb. And remember how I was thinking like how that what a weird mix that would be, and like the juices running together, and how it
do
just
you
creates.
know why I remember?
No, Jeff. Why? Why do you remember?
Because clams are a juicy sort.
Nope. I do it. And you made eye contact the whole time just then. You made eye contact with me the whole time. After I told you I wouldn't even watch you eat a banana and they're going to pull some shit like that on me. You're fired. Yeah. So
I'm excited. I'm surprised. Like this, honestly, I have something in my notes that I can even go back to. This is fun.
Okay. So it was Kismet then. But remember.
For one of us.
But remember too, at the top of last episode, how I said, liver mush needs to have a crunch texture. It needs to be paired with some fresh things, or else, I mean, like,
Oh, you
I
want me to
just
use fresh crab? You don't want me to use some stuff that's been
no,
sitting in my car overnight?
no. I mean, I'm
This
just
was
worried.
down in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot. I found it.
Well, yeah, Piggly
It's
Wiggly
gonna
does
be
have that
fine.
section where the meat's getting old and they mark it down. So we're gonna go get the crab from the pig. I'm just, I don't know. It better. I mean, it's just I don't want to be skeeved out.
Well, good. Then don't worry about it so much. You've already gotten like so worried about it. This happened 20 seconds ago. You're like, you nailed pork ice cream. Why would I be worried about it? Then as soon as I pick one, you're like, I'm
I
not gonna
know.
like it. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
You just watched in real time how I can hurt my own feelings and sabotage myself in every way. You just watched it happen in real time. Okay, so
Um,
liver
yeah,
mush
it
and
is called a challenge.
crab adjacent situation. Liver mush and crab.
Crab adjacent situation. That's a good one. We're gonna have to go with that.
That's the name of
Lawrence's mom, if you're listening, you're free to use that.
that's the name of your band. Okay, so liver mush and crab. Yes, like I mean, if it wasn't dairy one week, it's gonna be liver mush and crab the next. That gets me.
It's got a little like she wrote part of it, and then there's the little notes like a dish that has so yeah, it's a nice
Yeah,
little add-on.
she was trying to give you a little bit of wiggle room in there. Okay, so stay tuned for that. That's probably going to go on YouTube. I think I'm going to create a playlist on YouTube of all of our rec challenges, and that way you can just go straight there and just see all of the things. And I'm gonna. I think this past one, I don't know if that put a whole lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah,
That clip that you sent me with the cream and the pork is just tossing in the cream. So
and some great videos of me being handsome in the kitchen. Don't forget that.
of course,
Yeah,
yes. So but yeah, go to YouTube to see all that because I think that might be our stars on the rise over there. So,
that's right. All right,
uh-huh.
I'm excited for it. I appreciate the challenge. I appreciate everybody listening. Any more business,
Just re-
Professor?
just remind ladies of London tomorrow night, Thursday, and then Friday morning when you wake up, you will have a fresh season of Vanderpump Rules to enjoy. And I am
I'm
so
so
fucking hype.
I am so ready. I'm so ready.
I am so
Yeah.
hyped. So now, thank you. I have to go. I have to go stalk celebrities on the internet per your request.
Yep.
And
Just one.
well, there's a couple I'm
Okay.
courting. A couple I'm courting. So. But okay, well, thanks. This make sure that you leave us a review too. That's how we get seen wherever you see your podcast. Make sure you leave us a review, and if it's mean, don't do it. But
I'll
only if
take
it's
it.
nice.
Send me the me
Oh,
stuff.
that's right. Send me any questions and concerns. Send Jeff all the mean stuff. Send them straight over there. All right, bye y'all. See you
Bye, everybody.
when I'm eating liver mush and crab.
Mmm.